Let's practice English conversation.
What happened?
What happened? What happened?
It's secret.
It's secret. It's secret.
How's business?
How's business? How's business?
How embarrassing.
How embarrassing. How embarrassing.
I'm coming.
I'm coming. I'm coming.
I'm easygoing.
I'm easygoing. I'm easygoing.
Eat everything.
Eat everything. Eat everything.
Take care.
Take care. Take care.
Please take one.
Please take one. Please take one.
He loves her.
He loves her. He loves her.
You look pale.
You look pale. You look pale.
Aren't you thirsty?
Aren't you thirsty? Aren't you thirsty?
I'm terribly sorry.
I'm terribly sorry. I'm terribly sorry.
I'm learning music.
I'm learning music. I'm learning music.
He is introverted.
He is introverted. He is introverted.
He played tennis.
He played tennis. He played tennis.
I went hiking.
I went hiking. I went hiking.
Wash your face.
Wash your face. Wash your face.
Follow his example.
Follow his example. Follow his example.
Don't stop here.
Don't stop here. Don't stop here.
Please follow me.
Please follow me. Please follow me.
It tasted sweet.
It tasted sweet. It tasted sweet.
I'm free now.
I'm free now. I'm free now.
Are seats available?
Are seats available? Are seats available?
I'll come back.
I'll come back. I'll come back.
He became rich.
He became rich. He became rich.
Are they Japanese?
Are they Japanese? Are they Japanese?
Nothing is missing.
Nothing is missing. Nothing is missing.
I'm just beginning.
I'm just beginning. I'm just beginning.
I can't sleep.
I can't sleep. I can't sleep.
Answer the phone.
Answer the phone. Answer the phone.
I'm very busy.
I'm very busy. I'm very busy.
Read after me.
Read after me. Read after me.
Here's some water.
Here's some water. Here's some water.
I can't swim.
I can't swim. I can't swim.
Once more, please.
Once more, please. Once more, please.
Don't tell lies.
Don't tell lies. Don't tell lies.
He grows rice.
He grows rice. He grows rice.
He began running.
He began running. He began running.
Count me in.
Count me in. Count me in.
I'm so happy.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
Prices have jumped.
Prices have jumped. Prices have jumped.
I think so.
I think so. I think so.
He walked home.
He walked home. He walked home.
He plays soccer.
He plays soccer. He plays soccer.
Our project failed.
Our project failed. Our project failed.
Is he right?
Is he right? Is he right?
They live downstairs.
They live downstairs. They live downstairs.
Shut your mouth.
Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth.
I felt hungry.
I felt hungry. I felt hungry.
He speaks French.
He speaks French. He speaks French.
I'm not busy.
I'm not busy. I'm not busy.
She can't swim.
She can't swim. She can't swim.
My father smokes.
My father smokes. My father smokes.
She likes oranges.
She likes oranges. She likes oranges.
They are pretty.
They are pretty. They are pretty.
Can I help?
Can I help? Can I help?
What's your name?
What's your name? What's your name?
He seems honest.
He seems honest. He seems honest.
Does this hurt?
Does this hurt? Does this hurt?
I play tennis.
I play tennis. I play tennis.
There's no evidence.
There's no evidence. There's no evidence.
He got angry.
He got angry. He got angry.
He is eating.
He is eating. He is eating.
She is awkward.
She is awkward. She is awkward.
It'll snow tomorrow.
It'll snow tomorrow. It'll snow tomorrow.
I'm from Tokyo.
I'm from Tokyo. I'm from Tokyo.
You're a genius.
You're a genius. You're a genius.
I'm from Singapore.
I'm from Singapore. I'm from Singapore.
Tom likes swimming.
Tom likes swimming. Tom likes swimming.
She adores cats.
She adores cats. She adores cats.
Where's the restroom?
Where's the restroom? Where's the restroom?
You look sick.
You look sick. You look sick.
I bought it.
I bought it. I bought it.
Hey, what happened?
Hey, what happened? Hey, what happened?
She went home.
She went home. She went home.
I'll miss you.
I'll miss you. I'll miss you.
Do you smoke?
Do you smoke? Do you smoke?
He was standing.
He was standing. He was standing.
I am happy.
I am happy. I am happy.
I'm still busy.
I'm still busy. I'm still busy.
He was patient.
He was patient. He was patient.
Are you working?
Are you working? Are you working?
Which is mine?
Which is mine? Which is mine?
He died recently.
He died recently. He died recently.
Take it easy.
Take it easy. Take it easy.
I'm tired now.
I'm tired now. I'm tired now.
Come again tomorrow.
Come again tomorrow. Come again tomorrow.
He writes books.
He writes books. He writes books.
Let's have lunch.
Let's have lunch. Let's have lunch.
Everybody likes him.
Everybody likes him. Everybody likes him.
I'm gaining weight.
I'm gaining weight. I'm gaining weight.
My joints ache.
My joints ache. My joints ache.
That's his specialty.
That's his specialty. That's his specialty.
Now stop crying.
Now stop crying. Now stop crying.
It smells delicious.
It smells delicious. It smells delicious.
I envy him.
I envy him. I envy him.
What would happen?
What would happen? What would happen?
Everybody loves music.
Everybody loves music. Everybody loves music.
Does she speak French?
Does she speak French? Does she speak French?
The boy is kind.
The boy is kind. The boy is kind.
Let's take a break.
Let's take a break. Let's take a break.
It's up to you.
It's up to you. It's up to you.
Thank you for today.
Thank you for today. Thank you for today.
My house is big.
My house is big. My house is big.
I am pretty sure.
I am pretty sure. I am pretty sure.
You look pale today.
You look pale today. You look pale today.
The sooner, the better.
The sooner, the better. The sooner, the better.
Take anything you want.
Take anything you want. Take anything you want.
She rejected my proposal.
She rejected my proposal. She rejected my proposal.
Beautiful day, isn't it?
Beautiful day, isn't it? Beautiful day, isn't it?
Let's split the bill.
Let's split the bill. Let's split the bill.
He stopped the car.
He stopped the car. He stopped the car.
I have an earache.
I have an earache. I have an earache.
I can't stop laughing.
I can't stop laughing. I can't stop laughing.
This table is reserved.
This table is reserved. This table is reserved.
This house needs painting.
This house needs painting. This house needs painting.
Is it still raining?
Is it still raining? Is it still raining?
She refused his proposal.
She refused his proposal. She refused his proposal.
Could you sign here?
Could you sign here? Could you sign here?
I saw him jump.
I saw him jump. I saw him jump.
Let me see it.
Let me see it. Let me see it.
I have a suggestion.
I have a suggestion. I have a suggestion.
I'll wait for you.
I'll wait for you. I'll wait for you.
She kicked the door.
She kicked the door. She kicked the door.
He was elected president.
He was elected president. He was elected president.
I lost my watch.
I lost my watch. I lost my watch.
Were you busy yesterday?
Were you busy yesterday? Were you busy yesterday?
The printer needs paper.
The printer needs paper. The printer needs paper.
Good students study hard.
Good students study hard. Good students study hard.
I'll be busy tomorrow.
I'll be busy tomorrow. I'll be busy tomorrow.
This is Mary's dog.
This is Mary's dog. This is Mary's dog.
Who painted these pictures?
Who painted these pictures? Who painted these pictures?
It looks like snow.
It looks like snow. It looks like snow.
Those books are mine.
Those books are mine. Those books are mine.
You'd better not go.
You'd better not go. You'd better not go.
I also like cake.
I also like cake. I also like cake.
I often see him.
I often see him. I often see him.
Whose shoes are these?
Whose shoes are these? Whose shoes are these?
This cake is sweet.
This cake is sweet. This cake is sweet.
He is very depressed.
He is very depressed. He is very depressed.
Tell me the story.
Tell me the story. Tell me the story.
These aren't my books.
These aren't my books. These aren't my books.
That boy is running.
That boy is running. That boy is running.
It's not so far.
It's not so far. It's not so far.
We played soccer yesterday.
We played soccer yesterday. We played soccer yesterday.
He wakes up early.
He wakes up early. He wakes up early.
My work is finished.
My work is finished. My work is finished.
Who broke this window?
Who broke this window? Who broke this window?
I'm not a student.
I'm not a student. I'm not a student.
I don't like her.
I don't like her. I don't like her.
I felt very happy.
I felt very happy. I felt very happy.
Who is that woman?
Who is that woman? Who is that woman?
Don't worry about that.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
I slept 9 hours.
I slept 9 hours. I slept 9 hours.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you? Hi, how are you?
What do you do?
What do you do? What do you do?
I can't do it.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
Here is my bicycle.
Here is my bicycle. Here is my bicycle.
Come and see me.
Come and see me. Come and see me.
You may go there.
You may go there. You may go there.
I need first aid.
I need first aid. I need first aid.
I failed the tests.
I failed the tests. I failed the tests.
Staying home isn't fun.
Staying home isn't fun. Staying home isn't fun.
Never tell a lie.
Never tell a lie. Never tell a lie.
Don't make a mistake.
Don't make a mistake. Don't make a mistake.
This is a book.
This is a book. This is a book.
Obviously, he is wrong.
Obviously, he is wrong. Obviously, he is wrong.
He accepted the job.
He accepted the job. He accepted the job.
I hurt my elbow.
I hurt my elbow. I hurt my elbow.
Please do it quickly.
Please do it quickly. Please do it quickly.
This is my daughter.
This is my daughter. This is my daughter.
Can you speak French?
Can you speak French? Can you speak French?
I wanted red shoes.
I wanted red shoes. I wanted red shoes.
He is her friend.
He is her friend. He is her friend.
He rang the doorbell.
He rang the doorbell. He rang the doorbell.
Is he your teacher?
Is he your teacher? Is he your teacher?
What a beautiful flower!
What a beautiful flower! What a beautiful flower!
The train was crowded.
The train was crowded. The train was crowded.
I went there yesterday.
I went there yesterday. I went there yesterday.
What does she have?
What does she have? What does she have?
I have an idea.
I have an idea. I have an idea.
He does not smoke.
He does not smoke. He does not smoke.
It snowed in Osaka.
It snowed in Osaka. It snowed in Osaka.
I usually eat out.
I usually eat out. I usually eat out.
Her face turned red.
Her face turned red. Her face turned red.
I don't know French.
I don't know French. I don't know French.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Were you with anyone?
Were you with anyone? Were you with anyone?
Don't let me down.
Don't let me down. Don't let me down.
Those are their books.
Those are their books. Those are their books.
Let me go alone.
Let me go alone. Let me go alone.
It's awfully hot today.
It's awfully hot today. It's awfully hot today.
I can't help crying.
I can't help crying. I can't help crying.
Who broke the vase?
Who broke the vase? Who broke the vase?
I've caught a cold.
I've caught a cold. I've caught a cold.
Put that in writing.
Put that in writing. Put that in writing.
This blouse is cotton.
This blouse is cotton. This blouse is cotton.
I want to drive.
I want to drive. I want to drive.
Leave me alone, please.
Leave me alone, please. Leave me alone, please.
What time is it?
What time is it? What time is it?
I want some water.
I want some water. I want some water.
Come and help us.
Come and help us. Come and help us.
He has no children.
He has no children. He has no children.
My room faces east.
My room faces east. My room faces east.
His hands were empty.
His hands were empty. His hands were empty.
I will never tell.
I will never tell. I will never tell.
You must study hard.
You must study hard. You must study hard.
Can you run fast?
Can you run fast? Can you run fast?
Do you have one?
Do you have one? Do you have one?
Whose friend is he?
Whose friend is he? Whose friend is he?
You look very tired.
You look very tired. You look very tired.
Don't be so angry.
Don't be so angry. Don't be so angry.
Children should play outside.
Children should play outside. Children should play outside.
Whose pencil is this?
Whose pencil is this? Whose pencil is this?
A piano is expensive.
A piano is expensive. A piano is expensive.
Please answer the phone.
Please answer the phone. Please answer the phone.
I mean no harm.
I mean no harm. I mean no harm.
What do you have?
What do you have? What do you have?
Don't change your mind.
Don't change your mind. Don't change your mind.
I called for help.
I called for help. I called for help.
Plants die without water.
Plants die without water. Plants die without water.
What's in the box?
What's in the box? What's in the box?
I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you.
He married my sister.
He married my sister. He married my sister.
Name and address, please.
Name and address, please. Name and address, please.
It's not my fault.
It's not my fault. It's not my fault.
We depend on you.
We depend on you. We depend on you.
My stomach is growling.
My stomach is growling. My stomach is growling.
I'll call again later.
I'll call again later. I'll call again later.
He overcame many difficulties.
He overcame many difficulties. He overcame many difficulties.
I can't stand up.
I can't stand up. I can't stand up.
He was very happy.
He was very happy. He was very happy.
Who painted this picture?
Who painted this picture? Who painted this picture?
It was raining yesterday.
It was raining yesterday. It was raining yesterday.
I will accompany you.
I will accompany you. I will accompany you.
Keep your room clean.
Keep your room clean. Keep your room clean.
His aunt looks young.
His aunt looks young. His aunt looks young.
He was at home.
He was at home. He was at home.
This newspaper is free.
This newspaper is free. This newspaper is free.
How unlucky I am.
How unlucky I am. How unlucky I am.
He is very young.
He is very young. He is very young.
Are you busy now?
Are you busy now? Are you busy now?
Tomorrow is Mother's Day.
Tomorrow is Mother's Day. Tomorrow is Mother's Day.
It is Monday today.
It is Monday today. It is Monday today.
Prices continue to rise.
Prices continue to rise. Prices continue to rise.
Are you new here?
Are you new here? Are you new here?
This is my dog.
This is my dog. This is my dog.
A sponge absorbs water.
A sponge absorbs water. A sponge absorbs water.
Close your eyes, please.
Close your eyes, please. Close your eyes, please.
You can study here.
You can study here. You can study here.
Is he the teacher?
Is he a teacher? Is he a teacher?
This book is yours.
This book is yours. This book is yours.
Choose between these two.
Choose between these two. Choose between these two.
A horse runs quickly.
A horse runs quickly. A horse runs quickly.
Sugar dissolves in water.
Sugar dissolves in water. Sugar dissolves in water.
I play video games.
I play video games. I play video games.
He is still here.
He is still here. He is still here.
He is still young.
He is still young. He is still young.
What you waiting for?
What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for?
This is their house.
This is their house. This is their house.
I felt like crying.
I felt like crying. I felt like crying.
I helped him yesterday.
I helped him yesterday. I helped him yesterday.
I am terribly hungry.
I am terribly hungry. I am terribly hungry.
I have a dog.
I have a dog. I have a dog.
Those books are theirs.
Those books are theirs. Those books are theirs.
He can swim well.
He can swim well. He can swim well.
When does it end?
When does it end? When does it end?
We lost the game.
We lost the game. We lost the game.
This hat is mine.
This hat is mine. This hat is mine.
Your bath is ready.
Your bath is ready. Your bath is ready.
Is there a curfew?
Is there a curfew? Is there a curfew?
Where will we eat?
Where will we eat? Where will we eat?
These books are ours.
These books are ours. These books are ours.
What did he say?
What did he say? What did he say?
Tell me about it.
Tell me about it. Tell me about it.
Don't spill the beans.
Don't spill the beans. Don't spill the beans.
He feels very happy.
He feels very happy. He feels very happy.
I need some paper.
I need some paper. I need some paper.
Do as you like.
Do as you like. Do as you like.
I can't help it.
I can't help it. I can't help it.
Black cloth absorbs light.
Black cloth absorbs light. Black cloth absorbs light.
Let's open the window.
Let's open the window. Let's open the window.
His temperature is normal.
His temperature is normal. His temperature is normal.
This book seemed interesting.
This book seemed interesting. This book seemed interesting.
The kid got hurt.
The kid got hurt. The kid got hurt.
Thank you in advance.
Thank you in advance. Thank you in advance.
This makes no sense.
This makes no sense. This makes no sense.
Show me another camera.
Show me another camera. Show me another camera.
Who is your teacher?
Who is your teacher? Who is your teacher?
She plays the guitar.
She plays the guitar. She plays the guitar.
I love this picture.
I love this picture. I love this picture.
You'll get well soon.
You'll get well soon. You'll get well soon.
Mary can dance well.
Mary can dance well. Mary can dance well.
I wish I could.
I wish I could. I wish I could.
When was it built?
When was it built? When was it built?
Wash your hands well.
Wash your hands well. Wash your hands well.
I'll be absent tomorrow.
I'll be absent tomorrow. I'll be absent tomorrow.
They are my classmates.
They are my classmates. They are my classmates.
She looks very lovely.
She looks very lovely. She looks very lovely.
I received your letter.
I received your letter. I received your letter.
What is she like?
What is she like? What is she like?
The fruit went bad.
The fruit went bad. The fruit went bad.
These grapes are ripe.
These grapes are ripe. These grapes are ripe.
Don't drop that cup.
Don't drop that cup. Don't drop that cup.
My headache has gone.
My headache has gone. My headache has gone.
They have 2 daughters.
They have 2 daughters. They have 2 daughters.
I like your car.
I like your car. I like your car.
Where should we go?
Where should we go? Where should we go?
It's very hot in here.
It's very hot here. It's very hot here.
Can you help me?
Can you help me? Can you help me?
Let me handle this.
Let me handle this. Let me handle this.
I can swim well.
I can swim well. I can swim well.
Please open the window.
Please open the window. Please open the window.
He made an apology.
He made an apology. He made an apology.
It seems warm outside.
It seems warm outside. It seems warm outside.
Whose bag is this?
Whose bag is this? Whose bag is this?
What are you doing?
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Anybody can do that.
Anybody can do that. Anybody can do that.
My money was stolen.
My money was stolen. My money was stolen.
The milk tastes sour.
The milk tastes sour. The milk tastes sour.
I have a headache.
I have a headache. I have a headache.
I don't like coffee.
I don't like coffee. I don't like coffee.
The brake didn't work.
The brake didn't work. The brake didn't work.
My father was busy.
My father was busy. My father was busy.
Did you telephone him?
Did you telephone him? Did you telephone him?
Is the dog swimming?
Is the dog swimming? Is the dog swimming?
The pain was terrible.
The pain was terrible. The pain was terrible.
I turned the doorknob.
I turned the doorknob. I turned the doorknob.
What's your daughter's name?
What's your daughter's name? What's your daughter's name?
I'll do my best.
I'll do my best. I'll do my best.
May I help you?
May I help you? May I help you?
What is your address?
What is your address? What is your address?
He is watching TV.
He is watching TV. He is watching TV.
Whose room is this?
Whose room is this? Whose room is this?
It may rain tomorrow.
It may rain tomorrow. It may rain tomorrow.
We will never agree.
We will never agree. We will never agree.
Please make the bed.
Please make the bed. Please make the bed.
The boy ran away.
The boy ran away. The boy ran away.
You are absolutely right.
You are absolutely right. You are absolutely right.
Whose is this book?
Whose is this book? Whose is this book?
We were in a hurry.
We were in a hurry. We were in a hurry.
He is a good violinist.
He is a good violinist. He is a good violinist.
Your dreams have come true.
Your dreams have come true. Your dreams have come true.
He broke the world record.
He broke the world record. He broke the world record.
He came back from America.
He came back from America. He came back from America.
No news is good news.
No news is good news. No news is good news.
He came to see me.
He came to see me. He came to see me.
They made me go there.
They made me go there. They made me go there.
He decided to go abroad.
He decided to go abroad. He decided to go abroad.
Excuse me, who are you?
Excuse me, who are you? Excuse me, who are you?
That shop has many customers.
That shop has many customers. That shop has many customers.
I will do it myself.
I will do it myself. I will do it myself.
What are you interested in?
What are you interested in? What are you interested in?
She is about to leave.
She is about to leave. She is about to leave.
I can understand him perfectly.
I can understand him perfectly. I can understand him perfectly.
He plays golf on weekends.
He plays golf on weekends. He plays golf on weekends.
Did she come with him?
Did she come with him? Did she come with him?
I nearly made a mistake.
I nearly made a mistake. I nearly made a mistake.
The twins look exactly alike.
The twins look exactly alike. The twins look exactly alike.
I am counting on you.
I am counting on you. I am counting on you.
I know she is sleeping.
I know she is sleeping. I know she is sleeping.
I had lost my pen.
I had lost my pen. I had lost my pen.
I told him to come.
I told him to come. I told him to come.
What are your strong points?
What are your strong points? What are your strong points?
Keep this money for me.
Keep this money for me. Keep this money for me.
I'm glad to see you.
I'm glad to see you. I'm glad to see you.
The girl resembled her mother.
The girl resembled her mother. The girl resembled her mother.
What are they made of?
What are they made of? What are they made of?
Has the movie started yet?
Has the movie started yet? Has the movie started yet?
How did you make it?
How did you make it? How did you make it?
Can I borrow your umbrella?
Can I borrow your umbrella? Can I borrow your umbrella?
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
They have their own troubles.
They have their own troubles. They have their own troubles.
The door is open now.
The door is open now. The door is open now.
Don't ask me for money.
Don't ask me for money. Don't ask me for money.
It almost never rains here.
It almost never rains here. It almost never rains here.
A strong wind was blowing.
A strong wind was blowing. A strong wind was blowing.
I had breakfast at 7:30.
I had breakfast at 7:30. I had breakfast at 7:30.
Please turn on the TV.
Please turn on the TV. Please turn on the TV.
He was just behind me.
He was just behind me. He was just behind me.
There is a fork missing.
There is a fork missing. There is a fork missing.
Cheese is made from milk.
Cheese is made from milk. Cheese is made from milk.
Do you see him often?
Do you see him often? Do you see him often?
Time flies like an arrow.
Time flies like an arrow. Time flies like an arrow.
I'll call you later today.
I'll call you later today. I'll call you later today.
I want to eat something.
I want to eat something. I want to eat something.
The boy acknowledged having lied.
The boy acknowledged having lied. The boy acknowledged having lied.
Are you free this afternoon?
Are you free this afternoon? Are you free this afternoon?
I have a bad headache.
I have a bad headache. I have a bad headache.
Bread is made from wheat.
Bread is made from wheat. Bread is made from wheat.
I'll tell you a secret.
I'll tell you a secret. I'll tell you a secret.
You made a wise choice.
You made a wise choice. You made a wise choice.
I can peel an apple.
I can peel an apple. I can peel an apple.
When do you play tennis?
When do you play tennis? When do you play tennis?
I left my dictionary downstairs.
I left my dictionary downstairs. I left my dictionary downstairs.
Please come to my house.
Please come to my house. Please come to my house.
I like skiing very much.
I like skiing very much. I like skiing very much.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that.
Have you called her yet?
Have you called her yet? Have you called her yet?
I'm afraid it will rain.
I'm afraid it will rain. I'm afraid it will rain.
My father's hobby is fishing.
My father's hobby is fishing. My father's hobby is fishing.
He is a clever boy.
He is a clever boy. He is a clever boy.
I regret having said so.
I regret having said so. I regret having said so.
Tom likes to play baseball.
Tom likes to play baseball. Tom likes to play baseball.
Do you have some time?
Do you have some time? Do you have some time?
He is always with me.
He is always with me. He is always with me.
It's on the 8th floor.
It's on the 8th floor. It's on the 8th floor.
I need a new bicycle.
I need a new bicycle. I need a new bicycle.
I hope you're having fun.
I hope you're having fun. I hope you're having fun.
I helped her wash dishes.
I helped her wash dishes. I helped her wash dishes.
My mother cut the cake.
My mother cut the cake. My mother cut the cake.
The food is getting cold.
The food is getting cold. The food is getting cold.
She is a wealthy woman.
She is a wealthy woman. She is a wealthy woman.
Don't turn off the light.
Don't turn off the light. Don't turn off the light.
She reluctantly went by herself.
She reluctantly went by herself. She reluctantly went by herself.
I was busy all day.
I was busy all day. I was busy all day.
Can you do this problem?
Can you do this problem? Can you do this problem?
Your dress is very nice.
Your dress is very nice. Your dress is very nice.
Would you please stop talking?
Would you please stop talking? Would you please stop talking?
My mother has 4 brothers.
My mother has 4 brothers. My mother has 4 brothers.
The cat is very cute.
The cat is very cute. The cat is very cute.
He is popular among us.
He is popular among us. He is popular among us.
I have to go now.
I have to go now. I have to go now.
She lives quite close by.
She lives quite close by. She lives quite close by.
How much is this tie?
How much is this tie? How much is this tie?
He ran into the room.
He ran into the room. He ran into the room.
Tom finally gave up smoking.
Tom finally gave up smoking. Tom finally gave up smoking.
I saw him just now.
I saw him just now. I saw him just now.
He can drive a car.
He can drive a car. He can drive a car.
This house has 2 bathrooms.
This house has 2 bathrooms. This house has 2 bathrooms.
Let's finish it right away.
Let's finish it right away. Let's finish it right away.
His English is quite good.
His English is quite good. His English is quite good.
I know none of them.
I know none of them. I know none of them.
My homework is nearly complete.
My homework is nearly complete. My homework is nearly complete.
She doesn't understand me either.
She doesn't understand me either. She doesn't understand me either.
I usually walk to school.
I usually walk to school. I usually walk to school.
Could you drive more slowly?
Could you drive more slowly? Could you drive more slowly?
I can't do anything else.
I can't do anything else. I can't do anything else.
Not all children like apples.
Not all children like apples. Not all children like apples.
Something's wrong with my email.
Something's wrong with my email. Something's wrong with my email.
Take off your socks, please.
Take off your socks, please. Take off your socks, please.
I'm waiting for the bus.
I'm waiting for the bus. I'm waiting for the bus.
What is in this box?
What is in this box? What is in this box?
The girl resembles her mother.
The girl resembles her mother. The girl resembles her mother.
I've got to go now.
I've got to go now. I've got to go now.
May I ask you something?
May I ask you something? May I ask you something?
The girls began to laugh.
The girls began to laugh. The girls began to laugh.
I am 16 years old.
I am 16 years old. I am 16 years old.
He has broken the record.
He has broken the record. He has broken the record.
Everybody wants to be happy.
Everybody wants to be happy. Everybody wants to be happy.
He couldn't understand the sentence.
He couldn't understand the sentence. He couldn't understand the sentence.
He is a kind boy.
He is a kind boy. He is a kind boy.
She left me a note.
She left me a note. She left me a note.
Have you eaten lunch yet?
Have you eaten lunch yet? Have you eaten lunch yet?
I will come with you.
I will come with you. I will come with you.
This is an automatic door.
This is an automatic door. This is an automatic door.
The car is very fast.
The car is very fast. The car is very fast.
Nothing remained in the refrigerator.
Nothing remained in the refrigerator. Nothing remained in the refrigerator.
It was a dark night.
It was a dark night. It was a dark night.
I have a tourist visa.
I have a tourist visa. I have a tourist visa.
Are you coming with me?
Are you coming with me? Are you coming with me?
He has a passive character.
He has a passive character. He has a passive character.
Why were you absent yesterday?
Why were you absent yesterday? Why were you absent yesterday?
He lives next to me.
He lives next to me. He lives next to me.
Why did you do that?
Why did you do that? Why did you do that?
I'm planning to study tonight.
I'm planning to study tonight. I'm planning to study tonight.
What did the doctor say?
What did the doctor say? What did the doctor say?
English is easy to learn.
English is easy to learn. English is easy to learn.
Take good care of yourself.
Take good care of yourself. Take good care of yourself.
They are all the same.
They are all the same. They are all the same.
He is crazy about baseball.
He is crazy about baseball. He is crazy about baseball.
They never tell a lie.
They never tell a lie. They never tell a lie.
He was right after all.
He was right after all. He was right after all.
What did you talk about?
What did you talk about? What did you talk about?
Would you like another apple?
Would you like another apple? Would you like another apple?
He ran out of money.
He ran out of money. He ran out of money.
I don't like this sweater.
I don't like this sweater. I don't like this sweater.
He was born in Africa.
He was born in Africa. He was born in Africa.
Few students knew his name.
Few students knew his name. Few students knew his name.
I have a pretty dog.
I have a pretty dog. I have a pretty dog.
He is always short of money.
He's always short of money. He's always short of money.
He painted the ceiling blue.
He painted the ceiling blue. He painted the ceiling blue.
He often goes to Tokyo.
He often goes to Tokyo. He often goes to Tokyo.
Fruits have seeds in them.
Fruits have seeds in them. Fruits have seeds in them.
He has his own car.
He has his own car. He has his own car.
There is a page missing.
There is a page missing. There is a page missing.
My hobby is collecting coins.
My hobby is collecting coins. My hobby is collecting coins.
She turned down my offer.
She turned down my offer. She turned down my offer.
Please take care of yourself.
Please take care of yourself. Please take care of yourself.
Her books sell pretty well.
Her books sell pretty well. Her books sell pretty well.
You left your lights on.
You left your lights on. You left your lights on.
Nobody can break his record.
Nobody can break his record. Nobody can break his record.
The pain is getting worse.
The pain is getting worse. The pain is getting worse.
I'd prefer meat to fish.
I'd prefer meat to fish. I'd prefer meat to fish.
It's your turn to sing.
It's your turn to sing. It's your turn to sing.
A mosquito just bit me.
A mosquito just bit me. A mosquito just bit me.
Many of us were tired.
Many of us were tired. Many of us were tired.
He didn't say a word.
He didn't say a word. He didn't say a word.
He is taking a walk.
He is taking a walk. He is taking a walk.
Will you stay home?
Will you stay at home? Will you stay at home?
Physics is my favorite subject.
Physics is my favorite subject. Physics is my favorite subject.
All our plans went wrong.
All our plans went wrong. All our plans went wrong.
He didn't answer my question.
He didn't answer my question. He didn't answer my question.
He is good at driving.
He is good at driving. He is good at driving.
Please pass me the sugar.
Please pass me the sugar. Please pass me the sugar.
Somebody is playing the piano.
Somebody is playing the piano. Somebody is playing the piano.
Put this sentence into English.
Put this sentence into English. Put this sentence into English.
Tell me what you want.
Tell me what you want. Tell me what you want.
It rained hard all day.
It rained hard all day. It rained hard all day.
Why is it so hot?
Why is it so hot? Why is it so hot?
I'm tired of reading.
I am tired of reading. I am tired of reading.
I want to marry you.
I want to marry you. I want to marry you.
I neither smoke nor drink.
I neither smoke nor drink. I neither smoke nor drink.
Does someone here speak Japanese?
Does someone here speak Japanese? Does someone here speak Japanese?
The box is almost empty.
The box is almost empty. The box is almost empty.
Please lend me your car.
Please lend me your car. Please lend me your car.
Please close the door quietly.
Please close the door quietly. Please close the door quietly.
He's very angry with you.
He's very angry with you. He's very angry with you.
Do you like black cats?
Do you like black cats? Do you like black cats?
The knife is not sharp.
The knife is not sharp. The knife is not sharp.
I can read Spanish easily.
I can read Spanish easily. I can read Spanish easily.
I remember seeing her somewhere.
I remember seeing her somewhere. I remember seeing her somewhere.
Were you out last night?
Were you out last night? Were you out last night?
Do you know the reason?
Do you know the reason? Do you know the reason?
Why do you say that?
Why do you say that? Why do you say that?
I can't stand the noise.
I can't stand the noise. I can't stand the noise.
We had lunch at noon.
We had lunch at noon. We had lunch at noon.
I'll give you a prescription.
I'll give you a prescription. I'll give you a prescription.
I want a good dictionary.
I want a good dictionary. I want a good dictionary.
The policeman was off duty.
The policeman was off duty. The policeman was off duty.
I am going to start.
I am going to start. I am going to start.
He often makes people angry.
He often makes people angry. He often makes people angry.
It's the 3rd of October.
It's the 3rd of October. It's the 3rd of October.
I like that young man.
I like that young man. I like that young man.
This book isn't worth reading.
This book isn't worth reading. This book isn't worth reading.
English is difficult to learn.
English is difficult to learn. English is difficult to learn.
I caught 3 fish yesterday.
I caught 3 fish yesterday. I caught 3 fish yesterday.
I awoke from a dream.
I awoke from a dream. I awoke from a dream.
How old is your grandfather?
How old is your grandfather? How old is your grandfather?
Why are you so late?
Why are you so late? Why are you so late?
You'd better not go there.
You'd better not go there. You'd better not go there.
You will stay at home.
You will stay at home. You will stay at home.
He was busy yesterday afternoon.
He was busy yesterday afternoon. He was busy yesterday afternoon.
May I borrow your dictionary?
May I borrow your dictionary? May I borrow your dictionary?
I don't like this jacket.
I don't like this jacket. I don't like this jacket.
Please pass me the butter.
Please pass me the butter. Please pass me the butter.
I looked for the key.
I looked for the key. I looked for the key.
Hey, where are you going?
Hey, where are you going? Hey, where are you going?
There are 5 pencils here.
There are 5 pencils here. There are 5 pencils here.
For here or to go?
For here or to go? For here or to go?
I like neither of them.
I like neither of them. I like neither of them.
I don't like this watch.
I don't like this watch. I don't like this watch.
All of us were silent.
All of us were silent. All of us were silent.
The chili burnt my tongue.
The chili burnt my tongue. The chili burnt my tongue.
She had just turned 12.
She has just turned 12. She has just turned 12.
I returned home by train.
I returned home by train. I returned home by train.
Don't leave the window open.
Don't leave the window open. Don't leave the window open.
You were wrong after all.
You were wrong after all. You were wrong after all.
The telephone rang several times.
The telephone rang several times. The telephone rang several times.
Hold on to the rope.
Hold on to the rope. Hold on to the rope.
May I try it on?
May I try it on? May I try it on?
Get me a chair, please.
Get me a chair, please. Get me a chair, please.
I can ride a horse.
I can ride a horse. I can ride a horse.
Can I use this bike?
Can I use this bike? Can I use this bike?
We've already done our work.
We've already done our work. We've already done our work.
We reached London at midnight.
We reached London at midnight. We reached London at midnight.
You like English, don't you?
You like English, don't you? You like English, don't you?
Tomorrow is my day off.
Tomorrow is my day off. Tomorrow is my day off.
I've lost a little weight.
I've lost a little weight. I've lost a little weight.
He took off his glasses.
He took off his glasses. He took off his glasses.
I speak a little Japanese.
I speak a little Japanese. I speak a little Japanese.
Have you ever seen a panda?
Have you ever seen a panda? Have you ever seen a panda?
I stayed up late last night.
I stayed up late last night. I stayed up late last night.
I'm too busy to help him.
I'm too busy to help him. I'm too busy to help him.
Any day will do, except Monday.
Any day will do, except Monday. Any day will do, except Monday.
We didn't know what to do.
We didn't know what to do. We didn't know what to do.
We live near a big library.
We live near a big library. We live near a big library.
I am accustomed to cold weather.
I am accustomed to cold weather. I am accustomed to cold weather.
There is no smoke without fire.
There is no smoke without fire. There is no smoke without fire.
Which company do you work for?
Which company do you work for? Which company do you work for?
Where will you have lunch today?
Where will you have lunch today? Where will you have lunch today?
My telephone is out of order.
My telephone is out of order. My telephone is out of order.
I wish I earned more money.
I wish I earned more money. I wish I earned more money.
Elephants live in Asia and Africa.
Elephants live in Asia and Africa. Elephants live in Asia and Africa.
There is no hope of success.
There is no hope of success. There is no hope of success.
The building was built in 1960.
The building was built in 1960. The building was built in 1960.
He has a very expensive watch.
He has a very expensive watch. He has a very expensive watch.
We moved into a new house.
We moved into a new house. We moved into a new house.
Have you ever seen Tokyo Tower?
Have you ever seen Tokyo Tower? Have you ever seen Tokyo Tower?
I need to get some sleep.
I need to get some sleep. I need to get some sleep.
I can't lift my right arm.
I can't lift my right arm. I can't lift my right arm.
You should follow your doctor's advice.
You should follow your doctor's advice. You should follow your doctor's advice.
She's practicing the violin now.
She is practicing the violin now. She is practicing the violin now.
My father died of lung cancer.
My father died of lung cancer. My father died of lung cancer.
We thought that you were married.
We thought that you were married. We thought that you were married.
I have an allergy to milk.
I have an allergy to milk. I have an allergy to milk.
She runs faster than I do.
She runs faster than I do. She runs faster than I do.
Is this ball yours or hers?
Is this ball yours or hers? Is this ball yours or hers?
How long will you stay here?
How long will you stay here? How long will you stay here?
How's the weather in New York?
How's the weather in New York? How's the weather in New York?
When did you see them first?
When did you see them first? When did you see them first?
We found out where he lives.
We found out where he lives. We found out where he lives.
The new museum is worth visiting.
The new museum is worth visiting. The new museum is worth visiting.
He knows nothing about the plan.
He knows nothing about the plan. He knows nothing about the plan.
My brother can read English.
My little brother can read English. My little brother can read English.
I don't like it at all.
I don't like it at all. I don't like it at all.
I'll be back in a wink.
I'll be back in a wink. I'll be back in a wink.
Do you want to sit down?
Do you want to sit down? Do you want to sit down?
What time do we leave tomorrow?
What time do we leave tomorrow? What time do we leave tomorrow?
I guess that she is 40.
I guess that she is 40. I guess that she is 40.
My brother sends you his regards.
My brother sends you his regards. My brother sends you his regards.
I have many things to do.
I have many things to do. I have many things to do.
We have made friends with Tom.
We have made friends with Tom. We have made friends with Tom.
This book is not for sale.
This book is not for sale. This book is not for sale.
She wears a lot of makeup.
She wears a lot of makeup. She wears a lot of makeup.
They forgot to lock the door.
They forgot to lock the door. They forgot to lock the door.
You really shouldn't use pirated software.
You really shouldn't use pirated software. You really shouldn't use pirated software.
I heard someone calling my name.
I heard someone calling my name. I heard someone calling my name.
Water freezes at 0 degrees centigrade.
Water freezes at 0 degrees centigrade. Water freezes at 0 degrees centigrade.
My brother works in a bank.
My brother works in a bank. My brother works in a bank.
You can do it, can't you?
You can do it, can't you? You can do it, can't you?
I want to close my account.
I want to close my account. I want to close my account.
What time did you arrive there?
What time did you arrive there? What time did you arrive there?
The box is made of wood.
The box is made of wood. The box is made of wood.
He stopped to talk to them.
He stopped to talk to them. He stopped to talk to them.
This is too easy for him.
This is too easy for him. This is too easy for him.
Have you ever seen a kangaroo?
Have you ever seen a kangaroo? Have you ever seen a kangaroo?
Add a little sugar and cream.
Add a little sugar and cream. Add a little sugar and cream.
Where do you want to go?
Where do you want to go? Where do you want to go?
I want someone to talk to.
I want someone to talk to. I want someone to talk to.
He has got a good camera.
He has got a good camera. He has got a good camera.
Have you seen my glasses anywhere?
Have you seen my glasses anywhere? Have you seen my glasses anywhere?
Where have you been this week?
Where have you been this week? Where have you been this week?
I belong to the swimming club.
I belong to the swimming club. I belong to the swimming club.
I got married 8 years ago.
I got married 8 years ago. I got married 8 years ago.
This book isn't interesting at all.
This book isn't interesting at all. This book isn't interesting at all.
Your dog always barks at me.
Your dog always barks at me. Your dog always barks at me.
Our refrigerator is out of order.
Our refrigerator is out of order. Our refrigerator is out of order.
The dog was digging a hole.
The dog was digging a hole. The dog was digging a hole.
Were you at home last night?
Were you at home last night? Were you at home last night?
He explained the matter to me.
He explained the matter to me. He explained the matter to me.
He returned from Holland in June.
He returned from Holland in June. He returned from Holland in June.
I have to iron my shirt.
I have to iron my shirt. I have to iron my shirt.
I wish our classroom was air-conditioned.
I wish our classroom were air-conditioned. I wish our classroom were air-conditioned.
He cheated on the biology exam.
He cheated on the biology exam. He cheated on the biology exam.
I belong to the baseball team.
I belong to the baseball team. I belong to the baseball team.
He was married to her sister.
He was married to her sister. He was married to her sister.
I have to comb my hair.
I have to comb my hair. I have to comb my hair.
I'm very glad to see you.
I'm very glad to see you. I'm very glad to see you.
She is a very good teacher.
She is a very good teacher. She is a very good teacher.
Where can I rent a car?
Where can I rent a car? Where can I rent a car?
He laughed in spite of himself.
He laughed in spite of himself. He laughed in spite of himself.
He uses honey instead of sugar.
He uses honey instead of sugar. He uses honey instead of sugar.
She has flowers in her hand.
She has flowers in her hand. She has flowers in her hand.
We saw clouds above the mountain.
We saw clouds above the mountain. We saw clouds above the mountain.
All of my friends like soccer.
All of my friends like soccer. All of my friends like soccer.
She is good at speaking English.
She is good at speaking English. She is good at speaking English.
You must pay attention to him.
You must pay attention to him. You must pay attention to him.
Come to my house this afternoon.
Come to my house this afternoon. Come to my house this afternoon.
She traveled all over the world.
She traveled all over the world. She traveled all over the world.
Make a copy of this report.
Make a copy of this report. Make a copy of this report.
I haven't finished my homework yet.
I haven't finished my homework yet. I haven't finished my homework yet.
Is this your first trip abroad?
Is this your first trip abroad? Is this your first trip abroad?
My house is near the station.
My house is near the station. My house is near the station.
Don't make the same mistake again.
Don't make the same mistake again. Don't make the same mistake again.
He knows a lot of people.
He knows a lot of people. He knows a lot of people.
Asia is much larger than Australia.
Asia is much larger than Australia. Asia is much larger than Australia.
My sister is shorter than you.
My sister is shorter than you. My sister is shorter than you.
He got up earlier than usual.
He got up earlier than usual. He got up earlier than usual.
My car was stolen last night.
My car was stolen last night. My car was stolen last night.
How long have you known her?
How long have you known her? How long have you known her?
I'd like to see your sister.
I'd like to see your sister. I'd like to see your sister.
Time is the most precious thing.
Time is the most precious thing. Time is the most precious thing.
This is a very old book.
This is a very old book. This is a very old book.
He entered my room without permission.
He entered my room without permission. He entered my room without permission.
This beer is not cold enough.
This beer is not cold enough. This beer is not cold enough.
I've met him on several occasions.
I've met him on several occasions. I've met him on several occasions.
I will give it to you.
I will give it to you. I will give it to you.
Who will look after your dog?
Who will look after your dog? Who will look after your dog?
He is afraid of becoming sick.
He is afraid of becoming sick. He is afraid of becoming sick.
He wants to see us again.
He wants to see us again. He wants to see us again.
We usually have lunch at noon.
We usually have lunch at noon. We usually have lunch at noon.
The plane flew over the mountain.
The plane flew over the mountain. The plane flew over the mountain.
You must keep your room clean.
You must keep your room clean. You must keep your room clean.
If only I could speak English.
If only I could speak English. If only I could speak English.
I forgot to lock the storeroom.
I forgot to lock the storeroom. I forgot to lock the storeroom.
Is there a supermarket near here?
Is there a supermarket near here? Is there a supermarket near here?
This box is full of books.
This box is full of books. This box is full of books.
I learned a lot from him.
I learned a lot from him. I learned a lot from him.
It is likely to rain today.
It is likely to rain today. It is likely to rain today.
He is a very dangerous man.
He is very a dangerous man. He is very a dangerous man.
I'd like to have coffee.
I'd like to have a coffee. I'd like to have a coffee.
What time will dinner be served?
What time will dinner be served? What time will dinner be served?
He comes around once a week.
He comes round once a week. He comes round once a week.
The work is now in progress.
The work is now in progress. The work is now in progress.
They were listening to the radio.
They were listening to the radio. They were listening to the radio.
Have you ever been to Tokyo?
Have you ever been to Tokyo? Have you ever been to Tokyo?
Don't forget to write to me.
Don't forget to write to me. Don't forget to write to me.
He usually gets up at 6.
He usually gets up at 6. He usually gets up at 6.
It's up to you to decide.
It's up to you to decide. It's up to you to decide.
He knows a lot about animals.
He knows a lot about animals. He knows a lot about animals.
The supermarket opens at 10 o'clock.
The supermarket opens at 10 o'clock. The supermarket opens at 10 o'clock.
He comes back from Sydney today.
He comes back from Sydney today. He comes back from Sydney today.
We sat down face to face.
We sat down face to face. We sat down face to face.
I'm beginning to remember it.
I am beginning to remember it. I am beginning to remember it.
He is trusted by his parents.
He is trusted by his parents. He is trusted by his parents.
We are the first to arrive.
We are the first to arrive. We are the first to arrive.
I'd like to call my parents.
I'd like to call my parents. I'd like to call my parents.
Is it hard to speak English?
Is it hard to speak English? Is it hard to speak English?
What did you eat for breakfast?
What did you eat for breakfast? What did you eat for breakfast?
That bridge is anything but safe.
That bridge is anything but safe. That bridge is anything but safe.
What are you going to have?
What are you going to have? What are you going to have?
Can you come for dinner tonight?
Can you come for dinner tonight? Can you come for dinner tonight?
He sent a card to Mary.
He sent a card to Mary. He sent a card to Mary.
No one could solve the problem.
No one could solve the problem. No one could solve the problem.
He advised her to stop drinking.
He advised her to stop drinking. He advised her to stop drinking.
I like to travel by myself.
I like to travel by myself. I like to travel by myself.
He is stronger than I am.
He is stronger than I am. He is stronger than I am.
His answer is different from mine.
His answer is different from mine. His answer is different from mine.
Keep an eye on the bags.
Keep an eye on the bags. Keep an eye on the bags.
She wants to be a designer.
She wants to be a designer. She wants to be a designer.
Some boys came into the classroom.
Some boys came into the classroom. Some boys came into the classroom.
The Netherlands is a small country.
The Netherlands is a small country. The Netherlands is a small country.
That's what we want to know.
That's what we want to know. That's what we want to know.
A majority voted against the bill.
A majority voted against the bill. A majority voted against the bill.
My uncle gave me a camera.
My uncle gave me a camera. My uncle gave me a camera.
The island is warm all year.
The island is warm all year. The island is warm all year.
I don't like cheese very much.
I don't like cheese very much. I don't like cheese very much.
He's always been kind to me.
He's always been kind to me. He's always been kind to me.
Visitors may not feed the animals.
Visitors may not feed the animals. Visitors may not feed the animals.
May I go to the toilet?
May I go to the toilet? May I go to the toilet?
Tom wants to go to Japan.
Tom wants to go to Japan. Tom wants to go to Japan.
I would like to eat sushi.
I would like to eat sushi. I would like to eat sushi.
How far is it from here?
How far is it from here? How far is it from here?
Have you ever been to Africa?
Have you ever been to Africa? Have you ever been to Africa?
This problem is difficult to solve.
This problem is difficult to solve. This problem is difficult to solve.
This novel is difficult to understand.
This novel is difficult to understand. This novel is difficult to understand.
Would you lend me your pen?
Would you lend me your pen? Would you lend me your pen?
I'm sorry, I dropped my knife.
I'm sorry, I dropped my knife. I'm sorry, I dropped my knife.
Your bike is better than mine.
Your bike is better than mine. Your bike is better than mine.
She went from London to Paris.
She went from London to Paris. She went from London to Paris.
What are you going to do?
What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
She'll do it in 24 hours.
She'll do it in 24 hours. She'll do it in 24 hours.
The bus can hold 50 people.
This bus can hold 50 people. This bus can hold 50 people.
How many books do you have?
How many books do you have? How many books do you have?
I quit smoking 2 years ago.
I quit smoking 2 years ago. I quit smoking 2 years ago.
He was sitting on a bench.
He was sitting on a bench. He was sitting on a bench.
I went to Boston by train.
I went to Boston by train. I went to Boston by train.
I want to talk to you.
I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you.
The dog walked across the street.
The dog walked across the street. The dog walked across the street.
Were you playing tennis yesterday morning?
Were you playing tennis yesterday morning? Were you playing tennis yesterday morning?
Where did you see the woman?
Where did you see the woman? Where did you see the woman?
I go home early every day.
I go home early every day. I go home early every day.
I put it in the drawer.
I put it in the drawer. I put it in the drawer.
This flower is beautiful, isn't it?
This flower is beautiful, isn't it? This flower is beautiful, isn't it?
Paris is the capital of France.
Paris is the capital of France. Paris is the capital of France.
Have you finished reading the novel?
Have you finished reading the novel? Have you finished reading the novel?
He described the scene in detail.
He described the scene in detail. He described the scene in detail.
He is capable of teaching French.
He is capable of teaching French. He is capable of teaching French.
They greeted me with a smile.
They greeted me with a smile. They greeted me with a smile.
The school is 2 kilometers ahead.
The school is 2 kilometers ahead. The school is 2 kilometers ahead.
Tom goes to school on foot.
Tom goes to school on foot. Tom goes to school on foot.
Have you ever been to Canada?
Have you ever been to Canada? Have you ever been to Canada?
See if the gas is turned off.
See if the gas is turned off. See if the gas is turned off.
It is going to rain this afternoon.
It is going to rain this afternoon. It is going to rain this afternoon.
This bridge was built 2 years ago.
This bridge was built 2 years ago. This bridge was built 2 years ago.
They visit us from time to time.
They visit us from time to time. They visit us from time to time.
Have you ever returned home before 7?
Have you ever returned home before 7? Have you ever returned home before 7?
This is a little gift for you.
This is a little gift for you. This is a little gift for you.
I had hoped to save more money.
I had hoped to save more money. I had hoped to save more money.
I want to learn how to swim.
I want to learn how to swim. I want to learn how to swim.
Would you please turn down the TV?
Would you please turn down the TV? Would you please turn down the TV?
Give me a hand with this bag.
Give me a hand with this bag. Give me a hand with this bag.
By the way, where are you from?
By the way, where are you from? By the way, where are you from?
My family goes to Italy every year.
My family goes to Italy every year. My family goes to Italy every year.
Every student has access to the library.
Every student has access to the library. Every student has access to the library.
She spoke as though nothing had happened.
She spoke as though nothing had happened. She spoke as though nothing had happened.
This is what I was waiting for.
This is what I was waiting for. This is what I was waiting for.
Wait for a moment outside the room.
Wait for a moment outside the room. Wait for a moment outside the room.
His aim is to become a doctor.
His aim is to become a doctor. His aim is to become a doctor.
My wife is preparing dinner right now.
My wife is preparing dinner right now. My wife is preparing dinner right now.
When I came home, John was studying.
When I came home, John was studying. When I came home, John was studying.
The weather forecast is not necessarily reliable.
The weather forecast is not necessarily reliable. The weather forecast is not necessarily reliable.
Will you help me with my homework?
Will you help me with my homework? Will you help me with my homework?
It doesn't matter where he comes from.
It doesn't matter where he comes from. It doesn't matter where he comes from.
I have been studying for 2 hours.
I have been studying for 2 hours. I have been studying for 2 hours.
There is an orange on the table.
There is an orange on the table. There is an orange on the table.
He ran as fast as he could.
He ran as fast as he could. He ran as fast as he could.
Did you have a good time yesterday?
Did you have a good time yesterday? Did you have a good time yesterday?
Many people were deceived by the advertisement.
Many people were deceived by the advertisement. Many people were deceived by the advertisement.
You are no younger than I am.
You are no younger than I am. You are no younger than I am.
I'm tied up at the office.
I am tied up at the office. I am tied up at the office.
I asked him to start at once.
I asked him to start at once. I asked him to start at once.
I'll be with you in a second.
I'll be with you in a second. I'll be with you in a second.
I don't know if she will come.
I don't know if she will come. I don't know if she will come.
May I go to the movies tonight?
May I go to the movies tonight? May I go to the movies tonight?
When would it be convenient for you?
When would it be convenient for you? When would it be convenient for you?
We're going to have a test today.
We're going to have a test today. We're going to have a test today.
Do you know when she will come?
Do you know when she will come? Do you know when she will come?
Where is the end of this line?
Where is the end of this line? Where is the end of this line?
She hung the calendar on the wall.
She hung the calendar on the wall. She hung the calendar on the wall.
Look at the map on page 62.
Look at the map on page 62. Look at the map on page 62.
The boy tried moving the heavy sofa.
The boy tried moving the heavy sofa. The boy tried moving the heavy sofa.
My idea is quite different from yours.
My idea is quite different from yours. My idea is quite different from yours.
My father made me wash the car.
My father made me wash the car. My father made me wash the car.
Every door in the house is locked.
Every door in the house is locked. Every door in the house is locked.
Would you please write your name here?
Would you please write your name here? Would you please write your name here?
He's 2 years older than Mary is.
He's 2 years older than Mary is. He's 2 years older than Mary is.
I'd like to see the doctor soon.
I'd like to see the doctor soon. I'd like to see the doctor soon.
My dream is to be a firefighter.
My dream is to be a firefighter. My dream is to be a firefighter.
We arrived at the office on time.
We arrived at the office on time. We arrived at the office on time.
Where is the entrance to the museum?
Where is the entrance to the museum? Where is the entrance to the museum?
They are not interested in saving money.
They are not interested in saving money. They are not interested in saving money.
He knocked his knee against the chair.
He knocked his knee against the chair. He knocked his knee against the chair.
I'm not always home on Sundays.
I'm not always at home on Sundays. I'm not always at home on Sundays.
You know quite a lot about sumo.
You know quite a lot about sumo. You know quite a lot about sumo.
He was robbed of all his money.
He was robbed of all his money. He was robbed of all his money.
I ate a hamburger and ordered another.
I ate a hamburger and ordered another. I ate a hamburger and ordered another.
He doesn't seem to be an American.
He doesn't seem to be an American. He doesn't seem to be an American.
Do it right now, before you forget.
Do it right now, before you forget. Do it right now, before you forget.
Did you call your friend in Canada?
Did you call your friend in Canada? Did you call your friend in Canada?
I met nobody on my way home.
I met nobody on my way home. I met nobody on my way home.
Do they sell notebooks at that store?
Do they sell notebooks at that store? Do they sell notebooks at that store?
Do you go to school by bus?
Do you go to school by bus? Do you go to school by bus?
I don't know where my watch is.
I don't know where my watch is. I don't know where my watch is.
Will you have another cup of milk?
Will you have another cup of milk? Will you have another cup of milk?
A driver was sleeping in the car.
A driver was sleeping in the car. A driver was sleeping in the car.
One of these two answers is right.
One of these two answers is right. One of these two answers is right.
He seemed to have been very happy.
He seemed to have been very happy. He seemed to have been very happy.
Do you know how to play chess?
Do you know how to play chess? Do you know how to play chess?
I have many friends in foreign countries.
I have many friends in foreign countries. I have many friends in foreign countries.
It is very cold today, isn't it?
It is very cold today, isn't it? It is very cold today, isn't it?
I don't like to speak in public.
I don't like to speak in public. I don't like to speak in public.
He gave up smoking 2 years ago.
He gave up smoking 2 years ago. He gave up smoking 2 years ago.
What is the name of that river?
What is the name of that river? What is the name of that river?
Ask him where he parked his car.
Ask him where he parked his car. Ask him where he parked his car.
You and I have something in common.
You and I have something in common. You and I have something in common.
Not all of us can speak English.
Not all of us can speak English. Not all of us can speak English.
He owes his success to his parents.
He owes his success to his parents. He owes his success to his parents.
She decided not to attend the meeting.
She decided not to attend the meeting. She decided not to attend the meeting.
I didn't go to school last month.
I didn't go to school last month. I didn't go to school last month.
She could play the piano very well.
She can play the piano very well. She can play the piano very well.
I will introduce her husband to you.
I will introduce her husband to you. I will introduce her husband to you.
The airplane soon went out of sight.
The airplane soon went out of sight. The airplane soon went out of sight.
I object to her going there alone.
I object to her going there alone. I object to her going there alone.
Tom was sick in bed last Sunday.
Tom was sick in bed last Sunday. Tom was sick in bed last Sunday.
Ask him when the next plane leaves.
Ask him when the next plane leaves. Ask him when the next plane leaves.
It was a great shock to me.
It was a great shock to me. It was a great shock to me.
These products are selling like hotcakes.
These products are selling like hotcakes. These products are selling like hotcakes.
We would like to stay here tonight.
We would like to stay here tonight. We would like to stay here tonight.
He has been studying for 2 hours.
He has been studying for 2 hours. He has been studying for 2 hours.
I wonder if she will marry him.
I wonder if she will marry him. I wonder if she will marry him.
I listen to the radio every night.
I listen to the radio every night. I listen to the radio every night.
He went to a fruit store first.
He went to a fruit store first. He went to a fruit store first.
He asked her if she knew him.
He asked her if she knew him. He asked her if she knew him.
Wouldn't you like another glass of beer?
Wouldn't you like another glass of beer? Wouldn't you like another glass of beer?
Would you like me to help you?
Would you like me to help you? Would you like me to help you?
My father insisted that we should go.
My father insisted that we should go. My father insisted that we should go.
She follows her brother wherever he goes.
She follows her brother wherever he goes. She follows her brother wherever he goes.
Since I was thirsty, I drank water.
Since I was thirsty, I drank water. Since I was thirsty, I drank water.
The weather is unusually hot in July.
The weather is usually hot in July. The weather is usually hot in July.
He is the captain of our team.
He is the captain of the team. He is the captain of the team.
She told me she knew my brother.
She told me she knew my brother. She told me she knew my brother.
Will you please call me this evening?
Will you please call me this evening? Will you please call me this evening?
I hope my dream will come true.
I hope my dream will come true. I hope my dream will come true.
He was sitting between Mary and Tom.
He was sitting between Mary and Tom. He was sitting between Mary and Tom.
Does this bus go to the beach?
Does this bus go to the beach? Does this bus go to the beach?
We have few opportunities to speak German.
We have few opportunities to speak German. We have few opportunities to speak German.
I didn't take part in the conversation.
I didn't take part in the conversation. I didn't take part in the conversation.
How long did they live in England?
How long did they live in England? How long did they live in England?
Did you hear someone ring the doorbell?
Did you hear someone ring the doorbell? Did you hear someone ring the doorbell?
This song is very popular in Japan.
This song is very popular in Japan. This song is very popular in Japan.
I must return home within a week.
I must return home within a week. I must return home within a week.
It's a pity that you can't come.
It's a pity that you can't come. It's a pity that you can't come.
I shouldn't have gotten up so early.
I shouldn't have gotten up so early. I shouldn't have gotten up so early.
What do you usually do on Sundays?
What do you usually do on Sundays? What do you usually do on Sundays?
Talking in the library is not allowed.
Talking in the library is not allowed. Talking in the library is not allowed.
Don't be taken in by his words.
Don't be taken in by his words. Don't be taken in by his words.
Why are you so angry with him?
Why are you so angry with him? Why are you so angry with him?
He carried a bag full of apples.
He carried a bag full of apples. He carried a bag full of apples.
You can go if you want to.
You can go if you want to. You can go if you want to.
Which do you prefer, apples or bananas?
Which do you prefer, apples or bananas? Which do you prefer, apples or bananas?
Will you show me your photo album?
Will you show me your photo album? Will you show me your photo album?
The girl's eyes were filled with tears.
The girl's eyes were filled with tears. The girl's eyes were filled with tears.
I got acquainted with her in France.
I got acquainted with her in France. I got acquainted with her in France.
I just arrived in time for the plane.
I arrived just in time for the plane. I arrived just in time for the plane.
She stayed at the hotel for several days.
She stayed at the hotel for several days. She stayed at the hotel for several days.
I was not as strong as my father.
I was not as strong as my father. I was not as strong as my father.
I used to take a walk every morning.
I used to take a walk every morning. I used to take a walk every morning.
Be quiet or the baby will wake up.
Be quiet or the baby will wake up. Be quiet or the baby will wake up.
We have had plenty of snow this year.
We have had plenty of snow this year. We have had plenty of snow this year.
I would like to go fishing if possible.
I would like to go fishing if possible. I would like to go fishing if possible.
The man robbed him of all his money.
The man robbed him of all his money. The man robbed him of all his money.
Our children like dogs, but I prefer cats.
Our children like dogs, but I prefer cats. Our children like dogs, but I prefer cats.
It's a long way from here to school.
It's a long way from here to school. It's a long way from here to school.
How did you come to know each other?
How did you come to know each other? How did you come to know each other?
This room doesn't get a lot of sun.
This room doesn't get a lot of sun. This room doesn't get a lot of sun.
I went for a walk in the park.
I went for a walk in the park. I went for a walk in the park.
All the flowers in the garden are yellow.
All the flowers in the garden are yellow. All the flowers in the garden are yellow.
I'd like to send this package to Japan.
I'd like to send this package to Japan. I'd like to send this package to Japan.
I am going to buy a new car.
I am going to buy a new car. I am going to buy a new car.
I'm not in favor of such a plan.
I'm not in favor of such a plan. I'm not in favor of such a plan.
We had a very hot summer this year.
We had a very hot summer this year. We had a very hot summer this year.
I raised my hand to ask a question.
I raised my hand to ask a question. I raised my hand to ask a question.
She is carrying a backpack on her back.
She is carrying a backpack on her back. She is carrying a backpack on her back.
I have an appointment with him at 6.
I have an appointment with him at 6. I have an appointment with him at 6.
I want to send this letter to Japan.
I want to send this letter to Japan. I want to send this letter to Japan.
I saw a cat running after the dog.
I saw a cat running after the dog. I saw a cat running after the dog.
Few people can speak a foreign language perfectly.
Few people can speak a foreign language perfectly. Few people can speak a foreign language perfectly.
I fell asleep before my father came home.
I fell asleep before my father came home. I fell asleep before my father came home.
You can go to the station by bus.
You can go to the station by bus. You can go to the station by bus.
There are many words that I don't understand.
There are many words that I don't understand. There are many words that I don't understand.
Winter in New York can be very cold.
Winter in New York can be very cold. Winter in New York can be very cold.
It's unusual for him to get up early.
It's unusual for him to get up early. It's unusual for him to get up early.
It seems to me that he is honest.
It seems to me that he is honest. It seems to me that he is honest.
I visited the village where he was born.
I visited the village where he was born. I visited the village where he was born.
The shop was closed when I went there.
The shop was closed when I went there. The shop was closed when I went there.
Tom is eager to buy a new car.
Tom is eager to buy a new car. Tom is eager to buy a new car.
As a matter of fact, it is true.
As a matter of fact, it is true. As a matter of fact, it is true.
My sister is having a baby in June.
My sister is having a baby in June. My sister is having a baby in June.
I hope today's ball game won't be canceled.
I hope today's ball game won't be canceled. I hope today's ball game won't be canceled.
I don't feel like eating out this evening.
I don't feel like eating out this evening. I don't feel like eating out this evening.
I will be back at 6:30.
I will be back at 6:30. I will be back at 6:30.
Can you pick me up at the station?
Can you pick me up at the station? Can you pick me up at the station?
I will be here from Monday to Thursday.
I will be here from Monday to Thursday. I will be here from Monday to Thursday.
I could do it in half the time.
I can do it in half the time. I can do it in half the time.
Excuse me, but may I open the window?
Excuse me, but may I open the window? Excuse me, but may I open the window?
I have no money to buy the dictionary.
I have no money to buy the dictionary. I have no money to buy the dictionary.
I must visit my friend in the hospital.
I must visit my friend in the hospital. I must visit my friend in the hospital.
He promised to come, but he didn't come.
He promised to come, but he didn't come. He promised to come, but he didn't come.
You have a little fever today, don't you?
You have a little fever today, don't you? You have a little fever today, don't you?
I would like you to come with me.
I would like you to come with me. I would like you to come with me.
I hope that you will get well soon.
I hope that you will get well soon. I hope that you will get well soon.
I persuaded him to take part in it.
I persuaded him to take part in it. I persuaded him to take part in it.
I want to go to America someday.
I want to go to America someday. I want to go to America someday.
I waited for her for a long time.
I waited for her for a long time. I waited for her for a long time.
You have made the very same mistake again.
You have made the very same mistake again. You have made the very same mistake again.
She got up at 7 in the morning.
She got up at 7 in the morning. She got up at 7 in the morning.
No matter where you go, I'll follow you.
No matter where you go, I'll follow you. No matter where you go, I'll follow you.
I can't go, nor do I want to.
I can't go, nor do I want to. I can't go, nor do I want to.
They have English lessons 3 times a week.
They have English lessons 3 times a week. They have English lessons 3 times a week.
That kind of dress is now in fashion.
That kind of dress is now in fashion. That kind of dress is now in fashion.
I wish I could fly like a bird.
I wish I could fly like a bird. I wish I could fly like a bird.
He is said to be a good doctor.
He is said to be a good doctor. He is said to be a good doctor.
They went to the zoo by bus yesterday.
They went to the zoo by bus yesterday. They went to the zoo by bus yesterday.
My sister takes piano lessons twice a week.
My sister takes piano lessons twice a week. My sister takes piano lessons twice a week.
Our teacher speaks French as well as English.
Our teacher speaks French as well as English. Our teacher speaks French as well as English.
I have a black and a white dog.
I have a black and white dog. I have a black and white dog.
What is the difference between A and B?
What is the difference between A and B? What is the difference between A and B?
Do you mind if I open the window?
Do you mind if I open the window? Do you mind if I open the window?
He does not know English, much less French.
He does not know English, much less French. He does not know English, much less French.
You will never realize what I went through.
You will never realize what I went through. You will never realize what I went through.
Due to bad weather, the plane was late.
Due to bad weather, the plane was late. Due to bad weather, the plane was late.
I'd like to see you again next week.
I'd like to see you again next week. I'd like to see you again next week.
My brother was killed in a traffic accident.
My brother was killed in a traffic accident. My brother was killed in a traffic accident.
She kept him waiting for a long time.
She kept him waiting for a long time. She kept him waiting for a long time.
By the way, are you free this afternoon?
By the way, are you free this afternoon? By the way, are you free this afternoon?
I want you to tell me the truth.
I want you to tell me the truth. I want you to tell me the truth.
She has a daughter who is a pianist.
She has a daughter who is a pianist. She has a daughter who is a pianist.
There is no meat left in the fridge.
There is no meat left in the fridge. There is no meat left in the fridge.
He is a student at a high school.
He is a student at a high school. He is a student at a high school.
A turkey is a little bigger than a chicken.
A turkey is a little bigger than a chicken. A turkey is a little bigger than a chicken.
We will keep it for you until you leave.
We will keep it for you until you leave. We will keep it for you until you leave.
I fell in love with her at first sight.
I fell in love with her at first sight. I fell in love with her at first sight.
They have lived in this town for 10 years.
They have lived in this town for 10 years. They have lived in this town for 10 years.
How long is he going to stay in Japan?
How long is he going to stay in Japan? How long is he going to stay in Japan?
I hurried in order to catch the first train.
I hurried in order to catch the first train. I hurried in order to catch the first train.
Don't be afraid to make mistakes when speaking English.
Don't be afraid to make mistakes when speaking English. Don't be afraid to make mistakes when speaking English.
I usually take a bath before going to bed.
I usually take a bath before going to bed. I usually take a bath before going to bed.
Stay home so that you can answer the phone.
Stay home so that you can answer the phone. Stay home so that you can answer the phone.
I want a tie to go with this suit.
I want a tie to go with this suit. I want a tie to go with this suit.
It took 5 minutes to get to the station.
It took 5 minutes to get to the station. It took 5 minutes to get to the station.
I go to my father's place twice a year.
I go to my father's place twice a year. I go to my father's place twice a year.
This shirt is too small for me to wear.
This shirt is too small for me to wear. This shirt is too small for me to wear.
I had all my clothes washed by my mother.
I had all my clothes washed by my mother. I had all my clothes washed by my mother.
He still writes me from time to time.
He still writes to me from time to time. He still writes to me from time to time.
I got my right leg hurt in the accident.
I got my right leg hurt in the accident. I got my right leg hurt in the accident.
I can't check my mail because the server is down.
I can't check my mail because the server is down. I can't check my mail because the server is down.
My mother is 2 years younger than my father.
My mother is 2 years younger than my father. My mother is 2 years younger than my father.
My uncle made me what I am today.
My uncle has made me what I am today. My uncle has made me what I am today.
My wife will be glad to see you too.
My wife will be glad to see you too. My wife will be glad to see you too.
She has been absent from school for 5 days.
She has been absent from school for 5 days. She has been absent from school for 5 days.
The meeting, in short, was a waste of time.
The meeting, in short, was a waste of time. The meeting, in short, was a waste of time.
Could you bring me a pillow and blanket, please?
Could you bring me a pillow and blanket, please? Could you bring me a pillow and blanket, please?
You will soon adapt yourself to this new life.
You will soon adapt yourself to this new life. You will soon adapt yourself to this new life.
It's difficult for me to answer the question.
It is difficult for me to answer the question. It is difficult for me to answer the question.
This is the book that I told you about.
This is the book that I told you about. This is the book that I told you about.
I wonder if the plane will arrive on time.
I wonder if the plane will arrive on time. I wonder if the plane will arrive on time.
Why don't you come to the movies with me?
Why don't you come to the movies with me? Why don't you come to the movies with me?
I don't know whether to turn left or right.
I don't know whether to turn left or right. I don't know whether to turn left or right.
There is a pair of scissors on the desk.
There is a pair of scissors on the desk. There is a pair of scissors on the desk.
Take off your coat and make yourself at home.
Take off your coat and make yourself at home. Take off your coat and make yourself at home.
I wish I had a house of my own.
I wish I had a house of my own. I wish I had a house of my own.
It was so dark that they could hardly see.
It was so dark that they could hardly see. It was so dark that they could hardly see.
You may give the book to whoever wants it.
You may give the book to whoever wants it. You may give the book to whoever wants it.
I think we had better wait another 30 minutes.
I think we had better wait another 30 minutes. I think we had better wait another 30 minutes.
I have been ill, in bed since last Friday.
I have been ill in bed since last Friday. I have been ill in bed since last Friday.
This is the biggest cat that I've ever seen.
This is the biggest cat that I've ever seen. This is the biggest cat that I've ever seen.
I bought a few eggs and a little milk.
I bought a few eggs and a little milk. I bought a few eggs and a little milk.